Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Arden Studios and welcome back to another YouTube video. So guys, in today's YouTube video, I'm going to be playing some more My Store and I'm going to be telling you guys whether the brand new Atlantis theme that was added to the game is actually worth it. But before we get into the video, I do have a few things I want to say. Thank you guys so much for the support on the videos recently. We just hit 600 subscribers, which is amazing, and I still can't comprehend the fact that we're getting subscribers at this faster rate. So just thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. You guys have been helping out the channel so much, and keep up the good work. Honestly, I feel like we can actually hit 1,000 subscribers now, so I'm gonna try not to stop uploading anytime soon, and even one day we might be able to get on the YouTube leaderboards for My Store, which would be really cool if that happened. So, thank you guys so much for the support on the videos. I appreciate it so much, and yeah, let me jump into the concept of today's video. So, the Atlantis theme is the most recent theme that was added to My Store. It costs $750 million, and it gives you 35% more cash and 4 times the XP. Now, relevant to the Royal theme, this is only a 10% cash boost. Your XP income do stay the same, so you're basically only getting 10% more cash from this. Now, I will say right off the bat, first, if any of my viewers are actually at the stage of the game where they have the Egg-tastic theme, most likely better. All the pros are using the Egg-tastic theme over the Atlantis theme, and that's because even though you're getting 5% less cash than with the Atlantis theme, the amount more bunny customers you get, I think, compensates, and it probably helps you make your money back more. Which, on the topic of that, is going to be what I mainly focus on in this video. How much money are you going to be making back? So, basically, when I think about what I want from buying the next theme, I think about the fact that, will it make my money back prior to buying it? And since the Atlantis theme does cost a whopping $750 million, making your money back is going to be kind of hard. So, for the sake of math, let's assume that the least amount of money per minute that someone who has the theme is making is $3 million. Now, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there are people who are making less than $3 million cash per minute that own the Atlantis theme, but for the sake of today's video, let's assume the absolute worst you can go to own the Atlantis theme is 3 million cash per minute. With the Atlantis theme, that's going to turn your 3 million cash per minute into 3.3 million cash per minute, and that's because it's going to be adding $300,000 to your total income. Now, with a $300,000 boost to your total income, that's actually not that bad per minute. In fact, with a $300,000 total boost, if you multiply that by the 60 minutes that are in an hour, that's going to be an extra 18 million an hour, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that does add up. Now, assuming that you're making this $18 million an hour, you'd have to figure out how many hours it's going to actually take you to get back $750 million. So, for the sake of being nice to the Atlantis theme and making math easier for me to do, let's assume that you're going to be taking let's assume you're going to be making $20 million an hour instead. Assuming that you are actually going to be making an extra $20 million an hour, which again is being nice to the Atlantis theme, you're only going to be, it's going to take you roughly 37.5 hours to get all that money back, which I'm not going to lie, that's a long time. In equivalence to days, 37.5 hours is gonna rank out at roughly 1 day, and then you still have to have another, what's gonna be, I believe, 13 hours. Yeah, 13 and a half hours. So that's gonna be a little bit over a day and a half worth of game time to make back your money, which honestly isn't that bad. If it's gonna take you a day and a half extra time, I think that is kind of worth it. That's not the worst in the world, and that's assuming you're making only 3 million per minute. But the thing is, let's not assume that you're making only 3 to 4 million a minute, because I know that some of you guys are probably making more than that. Now, let's assume we go up to the maximum amount of money that I've seen a player make, which is gonna be Carbonmeister making around 7 million a minute. With a price point of 7 million a minute, that's going to be an extra 700k per minute with the Atlantis theme, because 10% of 7 million is going to be 700,000. Now, if this is the case, then we can now assume that we're going to be making, I believe, 42 million extra dollars an hour. Now, 42 million extra dollars an hour is definitely going to be a lot more than making only uh 18 to 20 million extra dollars an hour. So if we're going to be going by 42 million extra dollars an hour, then we can actually do the math there too to figure out exactly how many hours will it take to make back 750 million. Which, in this case, assuming we round up, so we're going to be rounding upwards, that's going to be roughly 18 hours to make back all your cash, which is going to be less than a day worth of in-game time. So, that honestly isn't the worst thing in the world either. 18 hours is definitely a huge boost, but the thing is, a lot of players aren't actually making that much money an hour, or at least that much money a minute. So, if you're not making 17 million a minute, or if you're not making 7 million a minute, then you're not even going to be getting that amount. So I would say it's safer to assume that you're going to probably need to be making or taking around 37 to 40 hours to make back your cash. Now, again, there's like the people who are making 5 million cash per minute, 6 million cash per minute, but those are all going to just kind of average around the range of the other hours that I previously stated, and that's just going to put you at maybe taking about, the 20s and 30s of hours. So it's going to be taking you, unless you're really good at the game, at least a day to make back your cash. But the thing is, that's not that bad if you take into account what happens after a day. After that first day of making back your cash, every single day of in-game time, you're making an extra 750 million, or I guess if we're going by the original count, you're probably going to be making around 500 million, or somewhere, again, that's just a random estimate. You're going to be making somewhere around an extra 400 to 500 million every single day's worth of in-game time. So whether I would say the Atlantis theme is worth it, if you do have the Royal theme, then I would probably say the answer is yes. Now, if you have the Actastic theme, definitely use that instead. I believe there's lots of evidence pointing toward it being better, but I would say the Atlantis theme is worth getting, but I would definitely wait until you're making at least 3 to 4 million cash per minute. That is pretty important. With that being said, that's going to end it all for today's YouTube video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If any of my math statistics were wrong, then please correct me in the comments. But I do think that even if some of my estimates and all were off, the Atlantis theme is still worth getting if you don't have the Actastic theme. So that's going to end it all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Peace.